So how is it that some offices can get literally zero ROI on their dental implant marketing campaigns, while other people, like our clients, like Dr. James Butler here, who in 45 days scheduled $198,000 in treatment? What is the difference, okay? And I'm going to explain to you the exact layout and follow-up process in these campaigns that we use to generate people like Dr. James Butler or like Dr. Leonard DiPaolo here, who generated a $70,000 upper and lower hybrid case in his first 30 days on minimal ad spend. So what makes these campaigns so much more effective when they're run with Elevation Media versus either on your own or with another agency who is possibly not as experienced? So I'm going to go over these campaigns in detail. The very first thing that you have to get right: Facebook collects a ton of data on its users. So targeting, you have to get absolutely targeted, laser specific on who you want to show your ads to. And Facebook collects all kinds of data. They know whether you're a homeowner, they know your household income compared to household incomes around your area in the nation. They know everything about people, its users on Facebook. So it's very important. Targeting is the first key to a very successful campaign. I'm not going to share our targeting criteria for implant patients, those people who are going to move forward with treatment in the next 30 to 180 days, because that really is something that we guard very closely because it is so effective. But the next thing you need to do is, when you display an ad to someone, you need to take them to a landing page. Do not take them to your website, okay? Your website offers a lot of browsing options. They're going to go to your About Us page. They're going to go to your services page, your Contact Us page, and then they're going to click the back button back to Facebook, okay? People are not on Facebook to view your website. They're there when they see your ad. They are aware that they have a problem once they've seen your ad, and now they want to solve it. So you need to take them to a page that solves their issue. And you only want to send them to a page that limits their decision-making capabilities to calling your office or scheduling an appointment. That's really important, is you take all advertising traffic from social media ads to a landing page. And from that landing page, you want to qualify those people to make sure that when they're sitting in front of you for a case presentation, that they're actually going to move forward with treatment. You don't want a bunch of tire kickers. You want people who are financially ready to move forward and invest in implant treatment. You want people who are capable of acquiring financing. That means their creditworthiness is good or average, or at least they can get some sort of financing. So how do you qualify them? You need to take them to a survey. I'm not going to try and spell that out. It's too big. But you need to take them to a survey that qualifies them. You need to learn on the survey. You want to learn about their condition. What is causing them pain, or what's causing them frustration? You want to learn about their financial situation, their creditworthiness. You want to learn about their commitment. If this is something they want to pursue in the next 30 days, or is this something they're just doing their research on? So this is really, really, really key, is you have got to qualify your leads. Now, we've already qualified them on the front end with our targeting, right? Well, we go in step 2, we further qualify them in our survey. And then your survey takes them to a thank you page. And your thank you page needs to be a call to action, or a CTA. What do you want that person to do once they've shared all this information with you? Do you want them to call your office? Do they, if you're using local med, do you want them to schedule their consultation directly into your calendar? What do you want them to do? Okay, this is a process, very simple. Targeting your ad audience very, very specifically, taking them to a landing page that highlights their pain points and converts them and causes them to want to look to you for the solution. You take them to a survey to further qualify them, and then you take them to a thank you page that displays the call to action, which is what you want them to do. Now, lots of marketing companies can do this with an implant campaign. Very, very simple. Where they really drop the ball, or where a lot of people miss the mark, is in the follow-up process. Now, if you're trying to do follow-up in an office, Dr. James Butler, who we spoke about at the beginning of this video, it took him 147 leads to acquire that $198,000 in treatment. Now, he didn't have to follow up with a single one of those people. We did it. And we do it better than your office is able to, because your office is wearing a lot of hats. And what we're doing is when that lead comes in, we're calling them within 3 minutes. That means it is fresh in their mind. They just, oh yeah, I just filled out that form for Dr. Butler or Dr. DiPaolo. We're calling them within 3 minutes. If they don't answer the phone, we're leaving them a voicemail. And right after that voicemail, within 60 seconds, we're sending them a text message. Okay? And if they don't answer our text message, we are going to follow up later that evening with another phone call. And then we're going to continue to follow up with that person until they schedule. Now, this can be very difficult, especially if you have 147 people to follow up with every single month. That is very, very difficult for your office to manage and keep track of, who scheduled their consultations, who still needs followed up with. Well, this person wants us to follow up with them next month because, something came up. Very difficult to do. We manage it for you. And then the next part that is very difficult for a lot of offices is actually getting those leads to show up for their consultation. It is incredibly cumbersome for your office to not only follow up with the leads to get them scheduled, but to follow up with them to make sure that they're going to be here for their consultation when they said they're going to. We handle that for you. We make sure that they show up to their consultations. And it relieves the burden on your staff, because your staff, like I said, is already wearing too many hats. They're juggling too many things in the office. They already feel overwhelmed. Why would you add this on top of it and just create more chaos in your practice when you could have a marketing company who's experienced with implant campaigns handle the lead follow-up for you, handle getting those leads into their consultations for you? Why would you do that? And also, this is the big kicker. Why would you pay for any of this up front without seeing any results first? Why would you do it? It's a simple question. A lot of companies are not confident in their marketing capabilities, so they will require big, and I'm guilty of this. I used to do this. But because we've developed such a great system, I can forego the profit on the front end, and I can make sure you profit first. So what we do is we don't actually make any money unless we get them to show up to your consultations, and we get a commission on collections. And that's it. That way, we're not actually getting paid until you're starting to see results. And that's something that not a lot of marketing companies are willing to offer because they're not confident in their ability to generate you revenue. And that's something you really, really need to consider when looking for a company that is experienced in marketing implant cases. So if this all makes sense, if you understand the process of going from targeting to getting them to reach out to you, you understand that lead follow-up can be difficult for your office, and getting them to show up can be even more difficult, and you don't want to put out a huge amount of money on the front end. The only thing you're paying for with us on the front end is the cost of advertising. So what I want you to do, if you want to learn more about this, if you want to talk with me or one of my team members about how you can get started with this, or just to see if it's a good fit for you, click the button. It's somewhere around this video, and schedule a call with us, because I think this is something that is going to do incredible things in your practice if you're really good at what you do. And that is key. You have to be good at what you do. In considering you to bring on as a client, we're going to be looking at your reviews online to see what patients are saying about you, because it is very important to us that we are promoting the best implant practices out there. We want to get quality implant dentistry in front of the most people possible, because you got these companies like Clear Choice and all these companies who are going out there putting out an inferior product. They're suggesting all-on-4 for all cases, when all-on-4 is not always the best treatment plan for all patients, okay? You understand this, but a lot of people don't, and we want to get that. We want to get your services in front of people who need it, because you do what you do best. So with that being said, click the button somewhere around this video to schedule a call with us, and I look forward to talking to you soon.